COVID-19 pandemic has forced numerous changes around the IHSA. One of the biggest adjustments from last year was moving 3 of the 7 high-contact fall sports to the spring of 2021 to avoid the spread of the virus. Once football, boys soccer, and girls volleyball had their condensed spring seasons, they were only allowed regular season of competition and no state playoffs. Fast forward to this fall and all sports are back to a normal routine. But what does that mean for coaches who take command in more than one sport?
It was a juggling act, it really was.
Now, from a coaching standpoint, running a program twice in a 6-month span results in a hectic 2021 schedule.
I introduce myself to my wife every night I go home because I don't see her much, but she's a great coach's wife and she understands it. So she's very supportive of me being gone an awful lot. Obviously during the football season, but as assistant AD, I'm gone a lot.
Neuqua Valley's Bill Ellinghaus is not only the head football coach in the fall, but during the offseason he oversees all Wildcat athletics as an assistant AD under Brandon Adkins. Not being able to coach football every week during the fall of 2020 gave the Wildcats veteran the opportunity to see many fall sports that he's never witnessed over the extended offseason.
I love athletics in all phases. I love being an assistant athletic director, seeing all the other kids and doing different things outside. I got to see a cross country meet last year, which I hadn't been to a cross country meet because that's usually during the fall season. That was one of the coolest things, being able to go see something that I haven't seen in my 24 years because I'm always doing football. So.
And the time off certainly has not seemed to hurt the Wildcats' performance on the gridiron. Neuqua went 4-0 in the spring season and just ended the fall regular season with a record of 8-1, and now it's on to the playoffs. Ellinghaus is not the only coach in the area that has to juggle a jam-packed year. Naperville Central's Bree Isaacson lives in a volleyball fantasy by coaching the Naperville Central varsity girls, the Central freshman boys, and is the head coach of Club 1 volleyball. Not to mention she's a parent as well. But with the girls in the fall and the boys and club season in the spring, it was manageable. After the COVID-19 schedule adjustments, Isaacson's days were basically eat, sleep, and volleyball. This past spring, she was coaching girls varsity and Club 1 along with the freshman boys just a couple weeks after the girls season ended. It may be a hectic adjustment, but in her perspective,
it beats the alternative, which was not playing. And we have a great group of seniors here who wanted the opportunity to play, and I'm just so grateful that they're getting it, and we manage, right? Like all of us manage our families. My husband coaches too, so it's been a little crazy busy, but I'd much rather it be this way than it was the other way.
Isaacson believes that the return to a normal routine helped her and the Red Hawks bond even closer.
Being on a team is really important and it's really special. And even though we've played a lot of team sports in the last, 4 months, it's important for these kids and it helps them be well-rounded people. And when they were not in school all day and those different things that were kind of taken away, the sports kind of picked up their spirits.
Another coach with a lot on his plate is Naperville North head boys soccer coach Jim Conrad. While coaching the boys, he also coaches his son Ryan Conrad, who competes on varsity for the Huskies. He is also an assistant with the girls team in the spring and works as a dean at Naperville North off the field. This year, he had the privilege to coach the boys twice in 2021 while assisting the girls in between. Coaching, being a parent, and the responsibilities of a dean at Naperville North may be a lot, but Conrad just looks at it as more opportunities.
I love being busy. Obviously, those of us that coach and teach like the action. I like to be around kids and seeing them back out in the fields without masks on and back in the schools. Even they have masks on, the world's forgotten how busy they were before COVID. But it's great to be back, and I love it. I do bring more on, and because now that we've lived without it, it's great to have it back.
This 6-month jam will be a memorable one for many coaches across the state, but it's the passion for their sports and working with these special student athletes that will make it all worthwhile. Reporting for Naperville Sports Weekly, I'm Patrick Cotto.